Anyways, guys, had a little thing there. But yeah, I cut my body down pretty good. I'll show it. I've shown it before, but hopefully they'll, obviously the front is higher, but that's when it takes the biggest hit first. So, and it was high. It was low, man. I would always hit as soon as I turned, I'd hear it. So I wanted full clearance on the front. It's annoying at high speeds because I have big parking lots. I can do full runs and big fat sweepers at high speed, and which my new, it's gonna cost me about $400 more for my whole steering kit assembly. I'm getting a monster servo, 54K, and a whole brand new steering setup. Right now it's stock and it works great, bro. I've never had no problems with it. I just want a stronger one, a better one, more sturdy. I want aluminum, and I'm gonna upgrade that last part. But other than that, I don't need to do anything else except tires. That's it. And then fuck with my suspension. That's it, really. Everything else I'm leaving plastic because those are breakable parts. That's why I don't go aluminum. Okay? Everybody wants to go aluminum, but it's stupid because I've had these pop out before, bro. The tire go bump, pop out of this right here and down here. Okay? It pops right out because it's plastic. I go back inside, tighten it back up, unloosen it, put it back in, go back out and run it. And it still runs perfectly fine unless you take a direct hit, which I did. So the plastic parts are way better. This is all should stay plastic. I got the Cobra steel CVDs. They're badass. They're gonna pull like crazy. I got them all lubed up, nice and juicy. I have no problems with overdoing it in lube. And then I wipe it all down, but every moving part, every bearing gets soaked in WD-40 and then lubed to hell at the end in installation. And then the whole truck gets wiped down. All the excess gets wiped down so it doesn't look sloppy. The lube absorbs the dirt and the crevices that you don't want dirt. And the only thing is now is that this does not fit for some reason because I have a bigger motor and this has been for stock. So where the pinion sits, even though it's smaller, because this would fit on a 25 pinion, but the motor is bigger. So, plus this plate, this aftermarket M2C motor mount system. And with their Maxx Slash, it also comes with a plate that ties the Hobby Wing ECU in. But mine, it's upwards a little bit. Maybe it's a newer or older version. But mine's not flat here. You can't take this plastic piece off. So you just take the plate off and go right down to it, and that's it. So on the one that they have in the video on their website, the installation, there's not one here. I just used it to put this part together, just to know how the right way to do it. And yes, do these two screws like slightly tight a piece right before the end, and then boom, boom, and do these first. That'll set the tone. But always have these halfway turned in at least. Every screw, at least a quarter or halfway turned in already before you do the final tight down. That's the best way to tighten your brace. Okay, it's the most effective strength way. I use washers. It covers more ground because it is carbon fiber and prone to crack. Even though it is the strongest, but it does break. And it does look badass, so I love it, but I want to protect it. So I have one washer on the fiber itself, 3 because, and I'm using short screws. I had to pretty much add all these 4 screws, and they came with the washers, thank God. But no, I had to add washers. They only came with 4. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 on each of these, and they're short screws, which they didn't come with. And then they came with these 2 screws, but I had to use 2 of the washers. So this screw and this screw are the washers they gave me. I had to come up with the other 4. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I love the product. Hands up to MTC. Keep making badass shit. If you could please make a cover because it's exposed right there and I'm trying to figure a way out. I can't cover that hole right there that the previous motor mount plate would go into. I can't put a screw in it that size due to it being so close to your brace. So I have to, before I run it in the dirt, and then I'm not messing up my work, I'm gonna cover that, and we have to figure out a way to cover this right here. Because with these 2 openings, there's no reason why we cannot have a plate that covers, that snaps right here behind the motor. Hold on. There we go. Behind the motor right there, that we could slide in and utilize those two holes and bring it all the way through right here, and maybe make this plate a dual on the bottom. Make it just a dual plate for more strength and stability for one, or just one off, right, for a second screw set for here and here. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. And that way the whole gear, because it's exposed, the pinion is exposed. This cover does not fit for some reason with my hobby wing. I know what you did was stock, and I know it fits on yours, but some of us want it even better. You guys are using the stock motor and some different stock slash Max Traxxas Maxx Slash 6S chassis, but except it doesn't have that part right there under the motor. It's flat. So anyways, if you guys could make a brace, a cover for that pinion that I can cut, because those two holes are exposed too. I put screws in them just to cover the holes. And if you can make a brace that works with that, or a whole cover right here that encloses the whole thing and protects everything, and then maybe make some heat holes, I don't know, for heat. But if you keep it fully lubed like I do, use this stuff right here. I used globs of it, man. It's the best. And I clean it after 3 or 4 good runs. Good runs, like hardcore runs. I drive hardcore. I'm surprised I didn't blow my motor, and thank God for this ESU. But everything else, bro, stock even, this thing's a basher, bro. It flies, it handles, it's strong powered, stock out of the box. The Traxxas, give it up for Traxxas. He's made a great truck. It's just the best of both worlds. Drifting, street car racing with some lowering it down and putting different tires on for handling and strength, and also bashing and jumping and track racing. So it's got a lot of uses, bro. And with the Wide Max kit that fits, and the steel CVDs, the risers, plus the motor, plus the ECU, plus good batteries, all we need is that steering setup. We're on our way. We got this motor mount, and to top it off, we've got the M2C chassis brace. Oh yeah, extra stability, way more durability, and this thing is going to be a dream to drive. I cannot wait to race it at Alamo Cycleplex. Alamo Cycleplex, Alamo Raceway. They have over at Cycle Ranch, they have a new raceway, RC Raceway. I'm assuming it's a dirt motocross style. I've talked to a couple of people, they said so. So I'm hoping it's badass and a little bit looser than super hard packed. Because these tires will be able to dig in. Actually, I'm getting the sledge belted max tires. The sledge tires are the ones that I want to get for this truck. And then I'll adjust suspension when I put the tires on. So anyways, that's my take on it. Hope y'all like it. Traxxas Maxx Slash upgrades. This is my upgrades. I'm proud of it. I did a lot of hard work with these things, bro. They'll run forever as long as you maintain them. I have a dual fan that came. I already sent it back because it doesn't fit. All I need is a single fan. So I got the fan on the way. That'll keep the motor cool because it does get hot. It's on safety mode. I got to get that card, program the ECU so this motor can wake up. And once it does, then I'll see my gearing. Because right now I'm not too impressed, but I know it's in safety mode. So we will see when the beast is unleashed. All right, Trumpy, say bye. Later. Hey, shithead. You awake? Yeah? All right, see you.